Well, welcome back to the Daily Grind, everyone. A little update on the homestead here. So we are going to be ripping out a garden bed. This one here. The only plant that is still doing well, and we actually ripped out quite a few of them because they started to die back. We did collect, and we have, I think, we got 7 spaghetti squashes. Most of them were, that still were good. There's only one melon on this one, and it's kind of getting eaten up by these stupid cucumber beetles. They're just everywhere, and they're just ruining all the crops. The only thing that they're not destroying are these butternut, which are actually doing well, but there's a couple of them on there, actually almost ripe there, but they're growing a couple more. I'm not really sure. I'm going to keep this because, again, it's just attracting all these annoying little beetles, okay? And they're also, here's my cucumbers, they've just kind of eaten them all, so we're going to rip the cucumbers out. You can see these leaves are just starting to go bad. All the cucumbers are yellowing and they're not really setting, so I messed up on that a little bit. Hey, you know, everything's new, right? You're learning. There's another one of these cantaloupes. Okay, so those melons are doing okay. We have a whole bunch of strawberries. I think I showed you guys that in the last, but we're gonna get new strawberries. I'm gonna put them in that planter. So our amaranth is doing really well. I mean, this isn't really, I was testing it, just seeing how it does. It's not ready yet. It's not producing seed yet, but it will. This one, you can tell, is starting to hang down, so soon those will flower and we'll get seed. But peppers are doing really well. I already harvested one. Got a lot of tomatoes too, so I made some salsa. It tasted really good. One of the best salsas I've ever had. Nice fresh salsa. I just blended it all together with some cilantro and onion, and it was really good. But got 3 bell peppers growing on these, and this one is getting a couple way down in there. There we go, there's one. Same with this one, has a bell pepper. But jalapenos, they're doing good. There's a couple jalapenos growing on these, quite a few, so doing well. The peppers are doing the best. But yeah, right here you can tell, so see all these fruits, how they're misshapen and funky. I mean, there's a couple of them that are good, like this plant's doing okay. Most of those are kind of doing okay, but a lot of these, they're just shriveled. You can see that one right there, it's all shriveled up, and that one. So that's those cucumber beetles. They're just destroying these, and you know, it's a pain. So we might have to rip this out too. We had something come through that destroyed our rutabaga as well and just ate it up. And then these pumpkins also have those cucumber beetles all over them, and I think we're going to rip those up. So this bed might be ripped up, and that far bed over there, okay, any cucurbits, I guess they're called. But the reason why is I had surgery. So I talked about this. Boy, it's not focusing, is it? Come on, focus. So I had surgery on both hands. Okay, it's and then also my elbow, and I'm not going to show that one because it's hard to show. But surgery on both hands, so I wasn't able to be out here and do anything. I'm used to coming out and picking off those bugs, but I couldn't for the last week and a half. That's why I haven't made videos. And finally this is healing now, so I can't really do much in the garden at the moment. But as soon as I can, like I said, I'm going to rip those out right there, and then that bed there. And then I'm going to do something that I saw on another YouTube channel's called the Millennial Gardener, I think it is. But what he does is he comes through and he adds compost, which I've got some, throws kitchen scraps or whatever in there, and puts more, you know, tills it in, puts more like hay or whatever, you know, stuff on top, and then throws a tarp over. And the heat that we get here, I mean, we're in the south, so I mean, it's, you know, it's been 100 degrees. Today is not. We've got some clouds forming. It might rain, which is going to be nice if it does. Really a blessing if it does. But we put that tarp over, and that heat will help hot compost all this. And in just like 4 to 6 weeks, this will be ready. And I've got something to plant there, and I'm going to go show you guys. So this is what I'm going to plant there. Just a bunch of tomatoes. I've got 2 rows of purple Cherokee, so that's 6 plants. 2 rows of San Marzanos, so that's 6 more plants. A Brandywine again, and a Sweetie. Okay, so I think this is going to turn out real good. And that, you know, in about 4 weeks I'll be able to plant these. These are about 2 weeks old. So 4 to 6 weeks, that'll make this right about the right planting time. And then we've got late, you know, it's late already, it's in July, but I mean, we can harvest up until probably early November over there, so that'll be good. And these should all be harvestable by then. At least I'll get some tomatoes off of it. Definitely San Marzanos and the Sweeties, they're pretty quick, pretty early. Okay, so that'll be good. And that'll make it perfect. In fact, someone was saying, I forget if it was that guy from Millennial Gardener or whatever, but saying that you can, if you do that with the heat, with the tarp, it'll kill all the bugs too, any of their eggs and stuff, or it could. So that'll help. But we got some new growth on the lemons. Even this is starting to do kind of good. I'm curling right now, I'm not sure what that's about, but getting some new growth on my avocado. The 2 Meyer lemons are really getting some good growth on it. Some nice new foliage. I've got, something was eating here, so I've got a lot of bug eating there, but my 2 blueberry plants, this one's doing absolutely amazing. It's huge, it's like doubled in size. The tomatoes are on their way out. These are quick anyway. They're, you know, I think harvestable in something like 60 days, which now we've harvested most of them. I've got a big, and I'm going to show you guys in a second when I get inside, but I've got a big bucket of tomatoes inside, which I'm going to make some sauce pretty soon. But these are, I mean, I just, like twice a day I come out and there's more ready to pick. I mean, they're just harvesting pretty quick here. So pretty soon I'm going to end up ripping these out, and then I'll reuse the pots. There's another one of those, and there's one almost ready. It might be ready now, but I'll get that later. But all those pretty soon. Then we got a nice harvest of some San Marzano and some cherry tomatoes, different kinds. We got some orange cherry tomatoes in here. These are the Sun Golds, and they're yellow, I guess you could call it, but they're real good. Yeah, I plan on doing a sauce with all these. The San Marzanos are gonna be really good for the sauce, but even some cherries, that'll be a super flavorful sauce. I decided to try to save a couple seeds from some of these, so we'll see how that goes. I know you gotta ferment them, so it might not work, but we'll see how that goes. But I mean, this pumpkin, I'm not sure. I might leave it, but I might rip it out. But I mean, we've got a little pumpkin growing. And the second one starting right there. And it's just unfortunate. And you can see these started to fall over. I was doing the tower growing method. Everything was looking fine, but I got the surgery in a week of not being able to be out here doing anything. And these fell over, and all the bugs just basically took over and ate all my fruits. So it is what it is. Birds are doing pretty good. They're getting huge. It's nice and cool now, and so they're happy. By the way, if any of you guys own birds, most of them, sorry to have a poop shot, but do I have to worry about this kind of stuff? I got a couple of them that have some runnier poop. I got to spray that off at one point. I can't. I got to send the kids out because my hands, I can't use the hose. I just can't do that. But I'm noticing some of these, you know, poops. Now the food that we're giving them is whatever that disease, coccidiosis or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but what it's called. But it's a bacterial infection that can give them diarrhea. But it's not bloody, like a lot of the places say. So But our food that we give them is medicated for that. So I'm not sure if it's that or it's just stress or the heat. Could be the heat. I mean, it's cooled off today, but it's been hot. Boy, they're growing, aren't they? So happy chickens, except for that. But they're all, oh, and guinea, chickens and guinea. But they're all seeming to do pretty good. I mean, they don't seem lethargic or anything. So if you know chickens and you know what that could cause, or, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm sure without a sample, it's hard to know exactly, but you guys are used to seeing some more liquidy poops from them, and that can be normal. Let me know. If not, let me know what I should look for or do. Want to make sure that, you know, they don't die. I do have something like a more heavy medication for them with the, instead of just the like light medication on the food that can kill that, whatever it is that they have. But if it is that disease, you know, it's for antibiotics basically. So let me know if I need that. Thanks for coming and joining me in this video and watching. I will see you guys on the next video. You try to escape the daily grind.